So good evening folks, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to do a short overview of Popeye Holiday Special from 1972. So for those of you who don't know how I do these types of videos, I usually go through, let's say, an indie comic, or in this case, a tale from the past, mostly American. This one's from the UK, but also European manga or webcomic from, let's say, in case of an indie review or overview, we usually pick the time period from 1960s to all the way to, let's say, 2011, which is, this falls right into that category. Or in case of a more recent review, we usually pick the 2011 till 2025, aka present day. How we usually do these videos, very simple. I go through who the team is, who's the writer, art, etc. In this case, it's only a publisher, so there wasn't that much information about who wrote it and who didn't. So after that, give you a quick breakdown of about who the character is, where it came from, and how it came to be. And I'll tell you a little bit about the time this holiday special, about the runtime, from which year to it started and until it was discontinued. And of course, we go to the good, bad, and the ugly. We give a final score that goes from let's say 10 out of 100, which 1 out of 10 till 1 out of 100. That's 10 out of 10. Won't happen here because there are way too many one-page short comics in this. It's a holiday special. You get the point. To discuss everything. So I only picked 3. I quickly go over them and tell you what the particular theme is. Of course, there might be some things you might disagree with me about. If that's the case, hey, no problem, totally fine. Let's try to keep it civil, My goal with these types of videos is trying to bring back a more, old school time, simpler time, where we could just discuss whether a comic is, or indie comic, European comic, webcomic, manga is good or not. And this time I didn't take notes because there were way too many stories to discuss. So without further ado, let's get into the who the publisher is and how this how the character was created. Originally, Popeye the Sailor Man was created by Elsie Chrysler Seeger. I probably butchered the name. And first appeared on January 17, 1929 in the Daily King Features comic strip Film Theater. After that it had some very much a lot of different interpretations. Some of them were more mature, others were more, let's say, targeted towards kids, to make more child friendly and to make more for all ages. And it even got their cartoon series at some point. I think at one point it also got that 3D animated version. Even though the story was okay, it didn't feel quite as Popeye. But that's because I'm a little biased and I'm a little younger than the people who usually remember him. Yeah, originally it was, but this version, the holiday specials, were originally published by King Features Syndicate. Let's see if I get that right. I need to check my in this case, publisher is called Polystyle. It was released in originally in the UK. It was the holiday specials were a run that went from let's say 1966 to 1981, and included quite some a bit of short stories. And I can show you a few of them. And they all have different themes. For example, this one is a nightmare sweet peas, and he tells that he asks because he's adopted his adoptive dad Popeye, why do they have to sleep? Well, you have to sleep tonight so that you can be rested to work hard tomorrow and get tired enough to sleep tomorrow night. And yeah, he's having a nightmare where Sweet Peas is now a grown man, and tells him he has a few matters to discuss with him. Naming Sweet Peas is for making him wear a nightgown for years and years, and more for feeding me nothing but spinach. Well, it made him a strong and powerful man, but turns out to be a nightmare. And yeah, Grandpa and Grandma asked what the hell went wrong, but yeah, Grandma Popeye already tells her husband that he had a nightmare, and Sweet Peas tells him that he didn't even tell him good morning. The other one is a good pow pose, where Popeye is kind of thinking, talk himself down, tell him that he's a failure, tell him that real men build things, which is kind of true, but yeah, I don't think that's how you use a hammer, but different story, I digress. Doesn't even can the spinach I eat, and Wimpy, that's the fat guy. Yeah, it's one retired pensionado. That's one of them days, Wimpy. I feel like there ain't no purpose in my life. What am I here for? There has to be some reason for me existing. It must have been created for something. And this Brutus, the usual brute, called aka guy who, ironically, in this book was kind of gets bullied by his mom. How's little sailor boy, and he has to pick on the little guys. I should have a little bowl of spinach this morning, and turns out Popeye found his purpose in life, and that's beating up Brutus. Really easy. But it also discusses other things, like for example, pollution solution, where Sweet Peas kind of has a point about polluting the pond. Pollution is a bad thing. Not only is it hurting little fish, it's dirtying up the whole world. For look, there's nothing but trash and junk. It's a nasty thing. And when Sweet Peas is slowly transforming into an environmental activist, but in this case he has a point, because look at this, goodness gracious. But Popeye makes a great point. If you want to start cleaning up the world, start in your own home, aka your own room. Once you can clean up your room, you can clean up the rest of your little world. It's a good lesson in there, and it's start towards a more younger audience, but the humor is still intelligent enough for adults to relate to. And here's the blockbuster, where Olive Oil and Popeye are discussing. You knocked Brutus flat. Ain't my fault. He has a glass jaw and I has an iron fist. He has a little speaking problem, I guess. You could be wrong knocking out Brutus every time you meet. He always hits me first. He could have a problem, something lacking in his childhood. Maybe there was no communication with his father. He could have refused to talk to the poor child and to guide him. Here comes the big swap. Now we'll ask him about his puppy. Hi Brutus, I want to. Hi. And he punches him in the face. He punches him in the face, and he tells him, that's right, his puppy didn't communicate with him. He never told him how to block a left hook. Slapstick humor. How I miss these types of things. But we go to the Good, Bad and the Ugly now, and that is, what can I say? Iconic art style, good cover, with a steam locomotive, and great balance between writing and art, and clever, and still the target audience is a young one. It's for all ages, but the humor is intelligent enough and makes you think a bit as well. So it's good enough for adults to enjoy as well. So I only showed 3 stories because there are a ton in this one. But for what I got is some are better than the others, but these 3 I thought were for me the reason why I picked this one up. It was money well spent. So overall, it's an 80 out of 100, and that's it for today. Talk to you guys later. Peace.